to the Voiceover Round Table. I'm Mike Tobin.
And I'm Emma O'Neill. Every week, we get together to talk about all things voiceover, with a special focus on community.
Bringing you in-depth interviews, roundtable discussions, special performance events, and industry-leading guests.
Let's get started. This is the Voiceover Round Table.
Folks, it feels absolutely amazing to be back here with you all at the Voiceover Round Table, ready to bring you another terrific season of all things voiceover. But before we start, I want to really express how grateful I am for all the wonderful support and encouragement we get from you, our lovely community, throughout last season and energizing us into this new one. I want to thank you so much for making time to be with us for this show and for supporting us along the way. I really appreciate it, and I can't thank you enough.
Right? And even just this week leading up to the show, when we dropped the first, we're back, there was been so much love. So many of you shared the show on socials and giving us such a loving welcome back. It's been amazing. Thank you. I see a lot of people in the audience who have been sharing. We literally could not do this without you. We're thrilled to be able to do this with you and promise to work hard for you, our voiceover community, to offer you a little something special each time we get together.
What you been up to this summer?
Oh, all sorts of trouble. Getting into all sorts of I've just been working. The most trouble I got into was going to the trailer with my sisters. My youngest sister has a trailer, So it was sisters weekend. There was wine. There was some wine. Good times. How about you?
Grateful to be continuing to work. We had a really busy summer family-wise. Kids were in summer school, which kind of I feel like got rid of half the summer. But we took a trip out to Halifax. So beautiful out there. Love it. Family trip to Halifax, and just trying to work when possible. And I took a little bit of a break from the socials. I wasn't there too much, but pop in every once in a while. It's not bad to take a little break every once in a while. But what did we learn? What did we learn this summer? I learned that you can take a break from socials and still get work.
Yes, it's true. It's true. I learned that if you just continue moving forward and don't panic, that things are good and still moving forward, and but also to take time to not be on social media and to hang out with people actually in person and make those connections.
Some IRL.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Mike, what was the show about when we first started talking about this?
Well, we had all summer to plan, and you know what they say about best laid plans. So this first show was initially meant to be, well, I don't want to say it not like we were slacking off, but it was meant to be a casual easing back in. We realize some people may be away or, just getting back, and a lot of potential guests still on holidays or away and different things like that. So it's kind of going to be an easing back in where we could talk with you all about our experiences this past summer. Maybe since it's back to school, we could do kind of a focus on learning and coaching, which is something we always love to talk about here on the Roundtable. And dive into some of those opportunities. But
then some stuff started happening, and it was happening organically, which is always kind of the best way to do things. And then we gave a nudge here and there. Mike and I had more conversation, and I was like, ooh, that's an idea. Let's see if I can nudge a little bit more. And more stuff happened organically, and now it's morphed into something different, but I think pretty special on the table in front of us.
Yeah. And, typically at this point of the show, or actually sooner than this, if we hadn't had that technical glitch.
Well, would it be the first show?
We'd be rolling out a big gushy intro of a special guest, making them blush audibly and delivering a big bio because, it's important that people's credentials be acknowledged and things like that. So it'd be doing a big introduction, but tonight was supposed to be just Emma and me and you all, and
And then it became more than that. So we're going to invite to the stage one of our first guests, because we have a few. Mr. Tim Ratledge, I have invited you to speak, and he has accepted it. And
Sorry.
oh, that's okay. See, it's the first show. We're all like, what's happening? I don't understand. What button do I push?
Good evening, your burliness.
I don't know how to take
all
that.
about
Ms.
it.
Royal Burliness has arrived on stage.
Hey, now, I got to do a little bio, a little intro.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
All right.
Little
Please remember to include that I am burly.
burly. I will throw that in. So not only is this burly guy a great personal friend, he's also an accomplished voice actor, an audio and editing pro, and most recently, a commercial on-screen actor, too. This is why he's burly. He's burly. We also call him the VO-Tech Buddy.
Yeah, everyone, please welcome to the Voiceover Round Table our good friend, Mr. Tim Ratledge.
Oh, thank you
What's up,
very
buddy?
much, my friends. How are you? It's nice to it's really nice to be invited to this, and it's nice to hear your lovely voices, even though we're all sweltering in 40-degree heat. As we are in Toronto.
Yeah.
Now, tell me, is that extra difficult to endure when you have the big burly beard?
No, the beard's gone. That was for a role. There's still facial hair. It's just not the giant ass beard anymore that it had to be.
Okay.
For that role. If anyone watches The Dark Side of the Ring on Vice TV, when that episode comes out, I'll let you know when I'm on it.
Oh man,
As
so
whatever
exciting.
wrestler I was.
So, Tim, tell us a little bit about, because this is a relatively new thing. Tim, for those who aren't familiar, is in an accountability group with Emma and me, and the voice acting thing and the editing and the audio pro stuff has been around for a long time. But kind of the new arrow in the quiver is the on-camera stuff. So tell us maybe a little bit about how that came about, and
The honest to God truth was, my agent looked at me and he said, "Would you like to do on-camera stuff?" And I said, "Sure, I'll give it a shot." So I started learning about self-taping for on-camera stuff, which is, it's just setting up the cell phone and following the directions. And honestly, I haven't done anything acting. I got cast because I had the right look. I was cast in a Citibank commercial, which is still funny to me because it's shot in Toronto, but it airs in the U.S. because Canada doesn't have Citibank, which was voiced by the lovely Karen Gilfrey as well, which I thought was really cool. Again, when I asked why, it was, you just had this look of a mechanical engineer, a burly one, no less. So they sacrificed on that. And the second one, again, for The Dark Side of the Ring for Vice TV here in Canada, was it's a background look at wrestling and the history of wrestling and wrestlers. And I played a promoter wrestler named Grizzly Smith, and they put on, they colored my beard and made it all brown, and they put on a wig, and I had the nice long hair. And again, it's because I'm burly, and it was because I'm a big
Burly.
and that was just a
There it
big
is.
dude. And that was how the on-camera stuff go. Again, it's just another arrow in the quiver, as you say, Mike, just to keep going with the voice acting and other post-production things.
So we're going with the rebrand Tim of the Woods or something?
No, we're gonna just stick with Tim and Tim Ratledge. I'm not gonna go running around being like the burly voice actor. I don't think that's
No. But it's awesome to hear this story, and it's cool that it's the very organically and right place, right time kind of thing. And I hope this takes you some really fun places, because I think it's got a lot of potential to be a new expanded universe in your career. So we're really happy for you, man.
Oh, I keep doing the auditions, man. Let's pray. We'll see. We'll see what happens, man. Like everyone else out there auditioning, it's the same process, man. You do it, and you do it, you set it, you forget it, and you keep going.
Mm-hmm. And then they call you back.
I wanted to ask you about, because it began as the back to school episode. So we're going to talk about, coaching and courses and learning and what did you do and all of the, and you were one of the first people that we actually spoke to about this, because as Mike said, we had the entire summer to plan, and we started talking about 4 days ago. So yeah, I want to know what you're gonna be teaching.
Well, out of the successful One Voice conference, at the end of the conference, I was sitting down with Mr. Hugh Edwards, who runs the conference, and we are talking about DAWs and DAWs. And I said, dude, I love Reaper, and I'll tell you why. Well, so can Reaper do this specific action? It was auto trim crop, and it was a thing that he had in SoundForge. So he kind of issued me a challenge. So when I got home, I started looking at different ways that Reaper could do what he could do in SoundForge. And I came pretty close, and he was like, well, this does this does this. Okay, it wasn't exact. But the end result was he said, hey, would you like to come on Gravy for the Brain, and would you like to do a bit of a deep dive into Reaper for us? So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. So if you're a member of Gravy for the Brain, it's at webinars at gravyforthebrain.com. I'm going to be doing the pros and cons of using Reaper as your DAW for VO on the 22nd of September at 11 a.m. Eastern Time.
I love it.
It's just a short introduction about it, then a few tips and tricks of using Reaper and how I think Reaper is really great for voice actors and how Reaper is very beneficial for anyone who's doing short, like just commercials or e-learning or audiobooks. And yeah, we'll just dive into it for an hour and see if you like it.
I love it. I think that's because I think there's so much focus on Audacity and Adobe Audition. I think it would be really cool for people to have the opportunity to learn or at least play with and experiment with a different DAW and see which one they prefer. Like, I'm an Adobe girl, Mike's an Adobe guy. And
people have their own choice, right, Emma? It's always a very personal thing. People are Logic people, they're Adobe people, they're Twisted Wave people.
I get twisted.
It's their thing. And if you want to consider Reaper as a low cost but great investment, lots of tools in the toolbox option for their editing needs and for their recording needs, I'll show you a few tips and tricks to see you make it easier.
Very cool. Like, I think you have that link. Would you post that?
I dropped the link in the chat so far.
Awesome.
I'm not seeing an option for me to pin the link, and that may be because I didn't start the room.
Oh, well, then.
Well, I kind of started the room, but then I tripped on the first hurdle, fell on my face.
Make you. I made you a moderator. Yay!
Extra powers. Okay, where is it? Pin a link. There it is. Boom. Okay, so at the top of the page for everyone is the link that I put in the chat for the Gravy for the Brain site with the link. I think, Tim, you said we've got to scroll down the page because that's kind of a landing page, and then you got to...
Yeah, and there's all the webinars for September, for September in there, and then you just got to find mine, which is down towards the bottom.
Very cool.
Because it's there. Do you guys mind if I mention one more quick thing?
Go for it.
If I may, because I know everyone here loves having their tech help and whatnot. Our good friend and leader of all, George the Tech Whittam, has now the leader of all voiceover tech has compiled a team. There are now a couple of members that are in this room right now. At last check, I saw Humberto Franco sitting around here. And I thought I saw Mike McGonigal at one point.
Mm-hmm. He just popped in the chat.
And there he is, and Mike McGonigal and
Look at all these
Jim Edgar, Tim Friedlander. So it's pretty much a nice one-stop shop where if you go to George's page and if he happens to be busy or there might be something that someone else can help them with an expert, you've now got a team of guys and girls that you can go to. So I just wanted to mention that because I really love George and I appreciate George putting me up on his team and having the faith in me to put it up there. So if anyone else has their tech help problems, I'd invite them to check him out.
Very nice.
The tech.
We will be having a tech panel at some point this season.
I think we're going to call it the Tech Extravaganza. Tech Extravaganza. Tim, I'm seeing a few comments in the chat that are saying that the link appears to be limited to members of Gravy by possibly.
It might be if you're only a Gravy for the Brain member. I'm not entirely sure, and if that's the case, I can't do anything about that. It's for Gravy for the Brain. It's a webinar for Gravy. I don't know if you can pay separately. It's a Gravy for the Brain thing.
But definitely worth checking out. As you said, lots of great offerings on the platform. Lots of top people. So definitely worth checking out. Yeah, for sure, man. Thanks for stopping by and mentioning this and the tech support thing. The link doesn't work. I'm a Gravy for the Brain member and signed in as I'm reading out loud here.
It worked for me earlier.
live show.
I checked it out earlier. I clicked enroll and it just went to enroll. So
Jim's saying you can go to Gravy for the Brain's website and purchase these tickets as a non-member. From members, it's free. Non-members is $35. So it sounds like there's options to get in. So just poke your way around and hopefully get yourself on if that's something that interests you.
Jim Frank, you're awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jim.
Wicked. What else, man?
That's about it, man. That's about all we're doing to help the people. We've got
Fantastic.
Reaper coming up. We're a part of George's team if anyone needs help with that. And hopefully more on-camera work and onward and upward.
Sounds like a plan. Thank you so much. Thanks for taking the time to be with us this evening.
Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely.
We appreciate you, buddy.
I appreciate you too.
Cheers.
Have a great night. Talk to you soon.
You too.
Okay. So,
One of many, folks.
one of many.
One of many. Where do you want to go with this, Emma? Do we have some more, like, time-wise?
Our next guest is all of them are in the audience right now. And our next guest is actually kind of squished for time. But I wanted to talk a little bit about how this morphed from a back to school, let's talk about coaching episode into, but there's stuff happening in the community right now, and there's something happening specifically to one individual who is a big member of our community. And so we thought that as we brought people on to talk, we could actually ask people if they were able to help in some way.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about that person you're talking about the situation, and sort of why we're trying to pull this stuff together, and like so many people have been gracious about coming on and joining us tonight. So Emma, maybe you can tell us a little bit about him.
Yeah, so if you don't know, some of you probably do, Jim Frank, I'm actually going to steal your description from your site because it's so aptly put. Bobby Alcott is just a stellar human being. He's a voice talent. He's a co-founder of Cast Voices. And he was recently diagnosed with a very aggressive advanced prostate cancer, right on the heels of an extended hospital stay for something else that almost wiped him out financially. So for the last 2 months, Bobby has been taking meds to prepare him for the next 2 months of hell. On Tuesday, Bobby begins the work, starts with a body cast for 39 treatments of radiation that we hope will stop this vicious, unfair beast in its tracks. So Liz started, it's not a GoFundMe, it's a something fund, but it's
called a spot fund. Sorry.
The spot fund, yeah.
Yep.
So the radiation treatments alone are expected to exceed $50,000. And then there's the loss of income, impact of family, other medications, and everything else. Like they were thinking about selling their house to help with this. So people have jumped in. As I said, Liz has formed this. So I think the goal is $100,000, and I think right now it's sitting around 29. And so when I started reaching out to a few people, everybody that is working independently, that have their own businesses, so they're able to offer something of their own business, were more than willing to help. And what Mike is going to do at some point, we're going to post the Spot Fund link. But for now, I'm going to invite our first guest up on stage.
Mm-hmm. I've already posted the Spot Fund link is in the chat as well as pinned to the top of the room. So do check that out when you get a chance. Anything helps. Anything helps. Anything helps. I know it sounds so silly, but anything helps. Okay. Our first guest was here just a few months ago, helping us wrap up last season with an absolutely bonkers show. We had so much fun. It was so great. It was, what a way to finish that season and head into summer. It was so much fun.
Yep.
If some coaches have their finger on the pulse of the industry, when it comes to commercial voiceover, she has it hooked up to an ECG and monitoring all vitals simultaneously.
If you haven't figured it out yet, she's the head of casting for Sound and Fury, as well as one of those sought-after coaches around. It's impossible to book a session with her because she's amazing. Please welcome back to the Voiceover Round Table, the glorious Miss Tina Morosco.
Aw, I'm so happy to be back. Thanks for having me on. And yes, those vital signs are definitely being monitored today on the first day back to fall.
Oh my God, yeah.
It was definitely, I thought I needed the paddles a few times, but we made it. We made it through.
Hey, friend. How are you?
Hey, nice to hear you guys.
It's great to hear you, and thank you so much for joining us, and for a good cause, too, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so very last minute, it was like, a random text, hello, would you have 15 minutes on Tuesday?
The answer to you two is always yes. It's always yes. And especially for this cause. I mean, once again, our community is so, I mean, it's unlike any other in my entire life that I've ever experienced. Just like what a beautiful community, people just pulling together. It's just a no-brainer. Everybody the answer is always yes. And I just, am humbled and honored to be part of it and happy to help in whatever small way that I can.
Absolutely. And when I saw it, because I am a member of the library. So if you don't know who Tina Morosco is, please go and look her up. Go to her site, and you will learn everything from her site already. You'll be a better actor from reading her bio.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Honestly. And then there's the
You're hired as my new PR agent.
You're welcome. Yeah.
I wouldn't do that, Tina. She's too busy.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Hey now.
Yeah.
No, there's always room for more. But when I saw it, because we were expecting the drop of the extension of the library, that you were doing more stuff for the library, and it was like, oh my God, there's going to be more stuff?
There's more.
More. Tell us about it.
Well, with school back in session and fall in the air, my first update is we are taking things out to the playground for a very spirited game of tag. Tags are those pesky one-liners that honestly probably are one of the most difficult things that I ever have to cast. So I did an entire library updated video on tags that dropped. I think I uploaded it like mid-August. And then I've also shot another 4 or 5 videos. Well, I'm going to add one per month-ish, might be like every 5 weeks or so through the end of the year. And the upcoming videos are I crowdsourced like your most burning questions, and then I've answered all of the most burning questions in a video. I have another video of like really sinking deep into how to find and extract the story in every script, even when it seems like it's the most dry, retail, boring, infomercially type of script. How do you turn that into a piece of film? And I really go deep in that. I have some bonus like technical video features coming up. So there's a lot of new content coming in the library in the fall. And where it stood before I added the updates was about 2 hours of content. And by the end of the year, it'll be almost double that. It'll be up to 4 hours. It's basically everything that I have ever known about voiceover accumulated over the last 30 years, updated by like the information I get from clients on the daily, all wrapped into a video library, broken down into bite-sized little chunks that you can just digest slowly at your own pace. So, so that's it. But it's a true labor of love, and the joy that it brings me is like hearing all the positive feedback of how people have applied it and booked work. But really, the best thing for me is the reason I did it was because it just enhances the coaching so much. So when people come to me having already gone through the library and digested it, the coaching is just turbocharged because I don't have to take the first half of our session kind of saying like, okay, so here's the latest and greatest from the front lines of casting. It's like you all already know it. And now we can just kind of get right into the work, and we spend an entire hour just getting into the depth and the granular, details of your reads. So it's been incredibly rewarding in that sense, that I can just like have more time to work, hands-on with everybody when I coach them.
Mm-hmm.
So, in terms of fundraising for Bobby, what Emma and I came up with was that there is a code. If anybody who is on this broadcast right now is interested in accessing the library, there is a code Round Table for 10% off. And if for everybody who purchases using the code Round Table, I will donate an additional 10% to Bobby's fund. So, and that'll be good. I will not let that expire. So I'll just keep monitoring anybody who's using that code, and I will immediately then just turn around and do the donation, that day. So, and hopefully that helps. And, if there's any other thing that you can think of that I can do to support, I'm obviously happy to do that as well.
I mean, every dollar helps. And I think that the more we talk about this and the more we spread the information about who Bobby is, if people don't know who he is, and about the fund and about the different coaches and events that are happening that people are putting proceeds towards, I think it's going to make a big difference. I know that Bobby he's blown away. Like he doesn't know what to do with all of this. He fought Liz tooth and nail. Absolutely not. You are not forming a fund. Don't be ridiculous. She was like, great chat. Okay, cool. I've already formed it. So thanks so much. Yeah, we had this conversation. Yay.
But you know what? I bet honestly the feeling of being that supported and being surrounded by this much love has to assist in such a major way in the healing process. Like, that frequency of love and just like that frequency of being uplifted by your community. I mean, like, that's got to be as impactful as the money itself.
I think so. I'm trying to find, there was an update from it. There it is. Oh no, I'll find it as we go along. But there was an update from Bobby himself that was sent, and he's just like, I don't even know, like, what to do with this.
I mean, it's like watching It's a Wonderful Life, It's like, God forbid that we all have a reason to experience that, but if we're ever in the position that we have to, I mean, just feeling that love and feeling how you've touched so many people's lives, it's got to be an overwhelming, sensation.
Yeah. He says, my friends, I just wanted to start by thanking each and every one of you. I'm just now seeing the list and the donations and such, and I'm beyond emotional. For a guy who makes a living sitting in a box talking to himself all day, being short of words is a super rare occasion. I don't know how anybody could feel like they deserve such love and friendship and support. It's completely overwhelming. If you could take 20 years of bad luck and bad breaks and condense them into a year, that has been 2023. Nevertheless, we remain optimistic and positive. I mean, that's my bag, right? He's positive Bobby. I'll be done with treatments by Halloween, and I really look forward to hopefully ringing that bell which signifies a victory against cancer. With your love, support, and generosity, I know I will make it. Oh my God, I'm going to bawl. All of our love to each and every one of you. You'll hear from me soon. A million thank you, Bobby.
Yeah. It's beautiful. Well, just that picture of him ringing the bell on Halloween, that's what I'm going to keep in my visualization, like in my mind's eye.
Yeah. Hope you'll all be a part of holding that feeling in your heart, and that like Tina said, the positive energy that's going out. It's great to help financially when someone is in need, but I think all the love that we can send his way and to his family and everything to get through this. That's a big part of it too. I'm seeing new people popping into the chat and stuff like that, and they're like,
Comment,
"Whoa,
Mrs.
what?
Ugly crying.
Tina Marasco's here. What's going on? What happened?" And so, if you are joining us just part of the way through the show, this is the Voiceover Round Table. We're here on Clubhouse, recording live every Tuesday evening from 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, talking about all things voiceover with a special focus on community, bringing you in-depth interviews, roundtable discussions, special performance events, and industry-leading guests.
I see, again, I'm doing it because I'm going through the chat and then I'm looking for the next thing. I swear to God, we'll get
I got
this
you.
done at some
I got
point.
you.
Year 5.
And
Go.
And this time around, we're bringing you a really special show. We've got a whole bunch of special guests. We've already heard from Tim Ratledge. Tina Marasco is up on stage with us right now. We've got some learning opportunities, and all coming together to help out one of our own who is in need. And so, Tina, I really want to thank you for making the time to stop in and for extending your offer to help Bobby. Reminder, folks, it's in the chat. So it's a link with Tina Marasco Coaching /voiceover library, and you use the code Roundtable. Not only will you get a discount, but a portion of the proceeds will be going to the fund to help Bobby out. We'll also leave the link to the Spot Fund, which we mentioned at the beginning of the show, which is another way. So, as much as you can, as little as you can, whatever, everything counts, everything helps. So we say thank you very much. So thank you to Tina Marasco for joining us again. Hope we can have you on again soon, Tina.
Absolutely. Anytime, anywhere for you two, always. Thank you for just being so generous and, really setting this up for Bobby so well. And I know I'm not the only one that's going to be contributing. So, thank you for hosting that.
And thank you for taking the time out of listening to your casting tonight. I submit it.
Yeah. I'm going to get the paddles and I'm going to get back to it. And you all sound fantastic, by the way. Everybody in the audience, I'm listening to you all right now, most likely. Everybody sounds great as we're all back to school. So cheers to a great fall season for all of us. And I'll be listening and rooting you on from here.
Thank you
So awesome.
much.
Thanks very much,
All right.
Tina.
I'll talk to you guys soon.
Okay.
Take care.
Okay, I don't know how to exit out of here, so
Don't
kick
worry.
me
We'll
out.
kick you out. Don't.
Okay, just kick me out. Okay,
Okay,
love
bye.
y'all. Bye.
Take care. My goodness.
Oh my God, I love that woman. The next person I love equally. There's, I love so many people. I'm so excited. We do. And there's people that are DMing right now saying, hey, I've got an idea for coaching for Bobby for blah, 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 blah. So I was like, let's get through the people that we've invited and let's see who we could because the more the merrier. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, this is kind of, again, one of these organic on the fly things that will happen. But keep an eye on our socials. And I think what we're going to do, we've already set up a very basic, just a landing page for VORoundtable.com. There's not much on there now, but if we do come to a point where it's pretty, it's a starting point. And what's going to happen is if we are given any offers to share with you, we won't wait until next week. We will get them up on the website or on our socials or wherever we can to share the information so that we can get the ball rolling for any of these opportunities that may be coming your way. Opportunities for learning and opportunities to help out someone in need. So let's do it. Let's move forward.
We have on the stage one of my dear, dear friends, the queen of voiceover herself, Miss Kim Herden. And I've also brought up Jim Franck because he's involved in this particular endeavor. So if y'all want to unmute yourselves.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hey. Welcome to the Roundtable, Kim and Jim. Kim and Jim.
Kim and Jim. Jim and Kim.
Kim and Jim. That could be a show.
Da-da-da.
Let's do it, Kim and Jim. How you both doing?
Good. And I'm glad to hear Emma say equal friends with Tina.
because I was like, hey.
Hey. Be careful there.
I don't want to get in the middle of that one.
No, don't do it. Don't do it, Jim.
No.
She's like, dinner? Yeah, no, we're not going for dinner. I don't.
Equal opportunity friendster.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you two have come up with a genius idea to help.
Well, it wasn't. I'm not taking any credit for that. It was completely Jim, but he asked me to help out. So it was his idea. He asked a whole bunch of people, and I was one of them. So I'm lucky enough to be part of. And I think, Emma, you're going to post the link.
Yes.
Somewhere in the chat. Awesome.
Yeah.
So Jim, you could probably take it away, but I was surprised Tina didn't mention, by the way, that there's also a raffle for her voiceover library on this page that is going to be posted.
Well, I don't think she wanted to convolute the
I know.
as they say. I mean,
Right. But yeah, $10 and you get the whole library, $475 value. I'm doing an animation workout on Saturday, October 21st. All proceeds going to Bobby, of course. And then there's a couple of other, like Cliff Zellman is doing another workout. Yeah.
He's doing his on October 24th, I believe. Chris.
I've got it on October 22nd, I think.
Oh, that's right. 22nd.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Right, I'm
Yeah.
wrong. Yeah.
And
Don't
then
miss the
Dave,
date.
Sort it out, Jim. It's your solo fun.
and then Dave Fenoy is also doing one on the following Monday on September 25th.
Right.
Oh,
He's
coming up.
September 25th. Right.
Yeah.
okay. So, Jim, do you have a link that you can drop? Because I think as we were preparing this, the show notes, we didn't quite have the most up-to-date thing.
Yeah, I sent
So-
it to you.
Oh,
It's in the links, the Zoom links. The links of the email.
Okay.
Of the links.
As I dangerously open another window in my
Oh,
overcrowded skirt.
Look out.
There's like 14 things happening right now.
You
Oh
know,
my goodness.
See, and the chat's behind my iPad, so I can't see that you sent me a message asking for the link.
But
I'll do it if you want.
yeah, Emma O'Neill, can you do this?
No, I cannot because I'm on my phone. There's the link for you in the chat,
Where?
Mike,
Okay.
the Zoom chat.
Oh wait. Go back to other window. This one here. There we go. Okay.
There it is.
Link.
Yeah.
And
The way you're trying to
paste
figure it
the
out.
link.
I just want to say that this whole thing came to fruition because I've only been in this voiceover community for just under 2 years. And I come from a radio background. That's cutthroat. And just the love in this community. I know it's said so many times and it sounds cliche, but man, I love you guys so much. I don't know Bobby, to be honest with you. I never even heard of Bobby.
Mhm.
But someone in this community, I was like, well, what can we do? And I've made some great connections. My Rolodex is actually kind of nice. So I went through my Rolodex and made some phone calls and some emails, and people like Tim and Dave and Cliff all stepped up, and Tina Marasco, she had a lot of things going on, but she donated not just one, but 2 of these video libraries that will be given away. And it's only $10 minimum donation for the raffle, and it's only $120 for the classes. Plus, there's $35 auditors as well. But they're out tickets, so don't wait.
There's options for every budget. You know,
Yeah.
there's definitely options for every budget, and fantastic learning opportunities. Like and people should know that you know, these courses and the library and the sessions with Kim, and these are not just like beginner things. These are things for working pros as well, and they're for voice actors of all levels. And so all budgets, all levels, get in there, have at it. Like, you got to do something here.
And to put things into perspective, what Tina Morosco is to Sound and Fury in the U.S., Kim Herden is to Cage Casting in Canada. So I'm like, it's for real. And both of them, it's like, I'm so blessed because both of them are my friends, but it started from being students of theirs and, you know, and auditioning for them on a regular basis and having a conniption fit and freaking out and Herden going, just, what do I have in my booth? You've got this. You're a pro. Just do what you do. It's always the right choice. I literally have that printed out from an email she sent me a few years ago that is on my wall beside a photograph of Tina and I in a Zoom session coaching. I have the two of them in my booth to get these women are presenting you with opportunities to coach with the best of the best, and at the same time contribute to an amazing cause. So, Kim, if you just want to do a little bit of self promo, I would like you to. Just ew. Don't make me do it all.
Do we need to dig up your gushy intro?
No. Oh my God, no.
Okay,
No.
so you've made the choice, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kim not only does animation.
Yeah, that's true. Yep. Gaming. All the things. All the video things. So, okay. So I have done blah, blah, blah. I've done lots of things. Right now I'm doing work on voice direction on a Paw Patrol spinoff called Rebel and Crew. And Barney, the big purple guy's making his way back.
Oh, dear Lord.
He is.
The parents,
He is.
young children.
Yep. I swear it's not scary this time. He's an animated character and he's cute. And they changed the song. So it's all good.
Kids love it.
And kids love it.
Kids love it.
And then as far as gaming right now, I'm on Star Wars Outlaws or Outlaw.
Fun.
Yes. And the new Avatar and Warframe and a bunch of NDA stuff that I can't say. Yeah. So big, fun, awesome things.
Big fun. Big fun.
Yes.
Who says big things don't happen in Canada?
Right.
Lots of cool stuff happens in Canada, let me tell you. Lots of cool people in Canada too, but anyways.
You know it.
Right.
So can you just, if you can give us a rundown of what the workshop is going to be, kind of like the skeleton of it. So it's $120 to participate, $35 to audit.
Yep. And it's a workout, really. So I'm going to provide sides, and I believe, Jim, correct me if I'm wrong, but there are 8 participants, I believe, and then I think 20 auditors or something like that. So the 8 participants will essentially do auditions. And
That is correct.
Yeah. Okay.
But I have to interrupt. We're sold out of participant right now, so thank you.
Sweet.
You guys are amazing. Tom, Bob, Livia, whatever.
Lydia, yeah. Dave, yeah.
All you guys, great job. Thank you so much. But continue, Kim, what the auditors will do now.
Yes, auditors. Come on.
Well, you learn so much by listening. I mean, this is part of the entire Clubhouse shtick, is that when we bring performance people on, like Kim, your show last year was one of the best attended shows that we had. People were like, "Oh my God!" So,
But to what Emma's saying and what you're talking about when auditing, even when we did the live show, like only so many people can come up and perform for you, right? So, but what the comments that we were seeing in the chat and afterwards and social and stuff like that is that, even though I didn't get to go up, I learned so much listening to the others because we realized that, oh, you know what? I probably would have made that same choice on my first read.
Right.
And then, oh, I love how that direction was handled. And but I was thinking something different. And so people kind of wrap their heads around it in a different way. Sure, it's fun to be able to actually do the performance, but it's a pretty good opportunity to be able to audit as well. And something like this is a limited exclusive group. So we hope that many of you will take advantage of the opportunity. The link is still in the chat, www.jimfrunk.com/Kim Herden. So do check that out. Still some spots available for the audit spots.
remember that 100% of the proceeds from this are going to the Bobby Alcohol Fund. So, yeah, that's
we're gonna get to the 100K. We'll get there.
Oh yeah.
This
is the ball has just started to roll as far as I can see and hear. So let's keep it going.
All of my efforts were shooting towards 10,000 altogether. So fingers crossed.
Nice.
Beautiful. We're going to get there. And with all of this, the classes and the donations and stuff like that, the spot fund is still at the top of the room. That if you want to donate outside of that, go wild. Like, feel free to do that. And again, as we said, every penny helps. And just so that, because sometimes people get weird with money and stuff, no one's getting a kickback from this.
No
one's getting anything from this. This is not a marketing anything. This is literally just to help Bobby and his family.
I even took my header and footer off the website. It doesn't even look anything like my brand. It's not about me. It's about Bobby. Unfortunately, I had to use my website's back end to get there, but it's all about Bobby.
Yep. Very
Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Kim.
No problem. And thanks, Tim. I didn't thank you enough.
Can
Thank
we
you.
explore this Kim and Jim show maybe off there?
I know, the Kim and Jim show. Love it.
I'm in. I'm down. I'm all the things.
Kim and Jim, I'm in. I love it.
Yeah.
Or to coin a phrase that our good buddy Marilla always uses it all the time, get in. So Kim and Jim, get in with a big exclamation mark. Get in.
Kim, thank you for stepping up for me too. I really appreciate it. You've become
Thanks
a
for
great
asking
friend.
me.
I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Jim.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Love you guys. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you.
We'll keep the link will stay in the chat, obviously. And as Emma mentioned, the Spot Fund link is still pinned at the top of the page. So multiple links in the chat. Just please scroll through, find something that's good for you. Get some good learning on and help a great cause. Oh, it's not over.
It's not over. It's not over. Actually, the first person that I spoke to about this is actually about to come up on stage. And it was because if I can find him in the audience, where did you go? There he is.
See him.
And so, because he had already posted something that he was offering an incredible discount to his course to assist in this. And I reached out to him like, hey, so are all of those spots gone? Or do you have any left? Because I think this would be a really, really cool idea. And zero hesitation. It was like, absolutely. What do you need me to do? And here he is.
This guy is not only a great teacher. Like, I personally totally love his style of teaching. It's so chill. It's so to the point. It's like just there. He's a tech wizard, and he's an all-around super kind soul.
And can we also mention that his YouTube video on how to make your own acoustic panels has over 1.3 million views? Can we mention that?
1.3 million views.
Oh my God. So if you would like to please welcome to the stage Mr. VO Tech Guru, Tim Tibbetts. You like that? Huh? Oh no, Tim.
Here we go.
Is your club deck not working? I swear to God.
It happens.
It's club deck. It's club deck. We had a full conversation on Clubhouse the other day. We did a little sound test and we did all sorts of things. So I'm just going to continue to chat until your audio starts working. And so we'll like.
Can you guys hear me?
Oh, there it is. Dulcet tones.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was all about, but how are you guys?
Welcome to Club Deck.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you.
Welcome to the round table, Tim. It's great to have you, buddy. How you doing?
Yeah, good, man. It's great to be here, especially, for such a great cause. I'm blown away by what everyone's doing. If I get a little bit choked up here, it's very personal for me.
Absolutely.
For anyone who knows my story.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Well, I went through some really hard times, and I had 5 grand mal seizures in one day, and that was a little over a year ago. And the VO community came to my rescue and helped me through it, along with some other people who are very special to me, to help me make it through. And, I've been physically recovering and mentally recovering, honestly, over the last year or so. And I'm back now. But, man, it was brutal, So I can't even imagine what Bobby's going through. To hear he was doing that. And he contacted me when I posted that. And I was like, he was like, look, dude, I hardly even know you. And I don't know why you're doing this. And all this. I was like, man, don't even worry about it. Don't even give it a second thought. Just focus on you and your family. I know what this is like. I know what it's like to be in such a dark place, man, and to have your life just completely turned upside down. And so for me to be able to help him in that way, in any way at all, it's an honor. It's an absolute privilege to be able to give back like that. And it's hard to understand unless you've been there. And I haven't been where Bobby is. I want to be clear on this because, yeah, I was told by quite a few doctors that I should be dead, but I wasn't. All right. And what Bobby's been handed here, this is no small thing, guys. This is, I think it's stage 4, if I'm not mistaken, what I remember. Okay. And to be faced with that, especially at such a young age, and to be who he is to so many people, and to be so loved and just so, just such a good person, to have something like that happen to someone like that is just, how could I not do something, man? Like it's I'm sorry, it's not in me. I had to had to do something. So there you go.
And I feel like that's what is happening. It's this amazing, amazing ripple effect that, as we said, earlier in the show, the more people know, the more people can help. And it's not about, you don't need to know someone personally to want to help them. And when you're in a position where you can help, where you can use your platform, you can use your voice. We're voice actors, for God's sake. If we can use our voice to help another person, another family through a really, really rough time, then, like you just said, how can you not? Like, how could you not participate in that?
Yeah, it wasn't even a question for me. So like you said, Emma, when you called me, I was like, duh. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and
Nope. Okay, good.
Yeah, and I'm nearly out of the offers, the coupons, but I've extended that now because we only have about 3 left. Yeah, so I've added another 15 to that, so it'll be 40 total for Bobby. Yeah, and a little bit about the way it works. I'm sure that people are wondering. You're going to ask me anyway, so I'll go ahead and tell you.
Tell us about the offering first.
All right, so
and then how it works.
Okay, well, you both know about my Audition Ready online course, and I've worked with both of you before, right?
Yes.
And so the Audition Ready online course, it sounds like it's about Adobe Audition, but it's not really. It's about getting you ready to audition like a pro, right? And it's about teaching you about EQ, compression, downward expansion, and a whole lot of other things, so that you're not reaching out every time you have an issue. If you want to shape your sound, we've had many winners inside the student group, for Sibilant Slayer or Check Yourself or Boom Buster, Box Cutter, all these contests that we hold, EQ contests. And it's fantastic because these people, the first contest we had, I knew I had something, but the first contest we had for Sibilant Slayer, we had a 5-way tie in the exact frequency, and then I knew I had something, because I expected people to come within 50, maybe 100 hertz of guessing where I'd put the sibilants in. But to have a 5-way tie and then have to have a playoff and have Lauren Good win the whole thing was like just mind-blowing to me.
For those who are just jumping, they're like, wait a minute, what's going on? What's this? So I'm going to give the quick explanation of
Go ahead.
Slayer. So Tim has this contest. He basically artificially inserts enhanced sibilants in an audio file at a very specific frequency, and then has a contest to see who can get the closest to the exact frequency that was inserted. And how many got it?
A 5-way tie. Yeah, and it wasn't the first. Yeah, and which was mind blowing because that was the first one. So I was 150 students in or something like that. I have over 1,200 now, but at the time I kind of expected, you guys are going to come close, and I'll award it to whomever. And then even in the second round during the playoff, we had one person who was within 2 hertz of the guess, and unfortunately for that person, Lauren guessed the exact frequency. So yeah, we do the same thing for I'll make it intentionally boxy or boomy or muddy or all sorts of stuff, right? So, but beyond that, learning about compression and downward expansion and all these other things, fancy things that we hear about that we go on YouTube and get all sorts of answers about. This is about the truth, but it's not just about the truth. It's about relaying it to you in a way that you can actually honestly understand. And I know that sounds like big talk, but reality is I've had so many people approach me saying, look, I'm the least technical person in the world. And I tell them, look, do you have an iPhone? Yeah. Are you on Facebook? Yeah. Instagram? Yeah. Congratulations. You're more than technical enough to get this done. Right. And that's true. Right. So, but anyway, bottom line is it comes with a free Facebook group, a private student Facebook group, which I'm going to be ramping up big time here in the very near future. So Mike and Emma look for that stuff. But beyond that, you can think of that group as being sort of like built-in permanent tech support. So if you should have something that happens, you can ask the group, you can search the group, you can ask me, right?
I've done that many times where I've posted a video going, what is happening? Make it stop.
But Emma, you've probably noticed that a lot of the times before I even have a chance to see the question, it's answered by students because these people are very well educated. And it's a great group, very vibrant, no fighting, none of that kind of stuff. So it's great, guys. But anyway, so the course is right around, it's $497. It's $500 for the course. All right. And it's evergreen and you can take it as many times as you want to. But right now what I'm doing for Bobby, or what I've done for Bobby, and I'm extending it another 15 coupons here, is I'm taking 80% off of that So essentially around 80%. So around $400 off for anyone who donates $100 or more to Bobby's fund. All right. And the way it works is you donate, you get an email from the donation platform, you forward that to me at info@votechguru.com, info@votechguru.com, and then I send you your special custom code to sign into the course along with the link to the landing page, and then you just put in your code, and the course is all yours. And that's it. And that's all we're asking for. $100 or more.
There we go. Now
you get the course.
The link that I just posted in the chat, the link that we had, is that the starting point that you're talking about?
I don't know where that is on Club Deck.
Let me take a look. I just
go ahead and why don't you read it off to me? Real
Well,
quick.
it's got a lot of letters and numbers in it. So it says Viotech Guru, thinkific.com courses, Audition Ready Online, and then there's a whole bunch of stuff afterwards.
Oh, there shouldn't be anything after Audition Ready Online, I don't think. But if you the best way
directly to Audition Ready Online.
Oh, it does. Are there any numbers or anything like that after the link?
Yeah, lots of.
Okay, we actually don't want that link because that might be an affiliate link. Okay. And we want all of the money going to Bobby. All right. So the best way to do this would be viotechguru.com/courses. Scroll down to the free EQ button. It's red. Can't miss it. Right in the middle of the page. Click on that and it'll take you directly to the landing page. Then you can sign up, put in your code, and you're good to go. And
I'm writing these as we go. So at viotechguru.com/courses.
Yep. And then that'll take them to the courses page, and then they can scroll to the middle. And there's going to be a big button there that says click here for free EQ lesson. Click on that, takes them right to the landing page for the course. Sign up, put in your coupon code, and entree. That's it.
All right. Wow.
Super helpful that we actually have the people on the line. So that we're not
there it is. Yeah, you put the link in, and it works. All right. So cool, guys. Thank you for bringing everyone together like this. I got to tell you, while I was listening to Tina talk and Kim and even Tim, we have a lot of M's here. It's been nice. Jim, Tim, yeah.
Kim.
Yeah.
Tin.
It's an M fest, yeah. But while I was listening to that, I don't know if it's just because of Bobby's thing and what's being done for him. He's now over 21K, and I'm sure, he's going to reach the 100K. But it just, I got a bit choked up about it. The fact that everyone's coming together like this and doing this. And again, I mean, it was unbelievable the way that the VO community came to help me and support me during my time in need twice. Not just once, but twice. Like, unbelievable.
But it was a no-brainer, Tim. Like, when we
thank you.
Needed help, it was like, absolutely. Where do I click? Like,
thank you, Emma. I appreciate that. But what I'm trying to say is, I've always said that the VO community in the quote unquote industry, if you include actors, musicians, and so on, right? The VO industry easily, it's not even a discussion, is so much more helpful and willing to be, to get in the mix, get in the fight, to charge the castle walls, whatever. They just, it's like we're one big gang or something. It's unbelievable. It's like one big family.
Blue Jays were gangsters.
Yeah. And I even watch people who have personal beefs with each other, and I know they do, right? And they drop everything. It's almost like the aliens invaded Earth. And now suddenly all countries are getting together, to fight the aliens. It's like it's that type of a community. It's like right now, Bobby needs help, and we're all, we're all standing and delivering, and it's just a beautiful thing, man. And so, anyway, again, thank you guys. I really appreciate it from the heart. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your offer, which is just incredible.
You're more than welcome. My pleasure.
Thanks, buddy. Good to have you on.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Wow. Wow. And the offers just keep coming.
We have something, I think you were saying we might have something, just a last minute quick ad that we can throw on since we have a little bit of time.
I'm just going to click invite. There he is. The man with the hat.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, my friends.
Hello.
It's lovely to hear you, buddy. How are you?
I am blown away. Just, I think so highly of the two of you and of everyone, the cavalcade of givers that I've been listening to here. And I was having actually a tough day, and I was like, I don't want to. I don't even want to listen. I don't even want to do anything. And I said, but it's their first day back. I'll listen. I'll listen. Oh my! Even that alone is just such a gift. Just to hear you guys do what you do. So I'm overwhelmed by what Liz has done for Bobby and who Bobby is and how he is. And I could totally picture him resisting. Resisting the crowdfunding. I could totally picture the conversations between him and Liz being like, "Yep, it's done anyway." Anyway, I could see it all, And while I know them, I would not say that I know them well. I just know them in the sense that I know their hearts and their kindnesses.
Yeah.
Which I've been the benefactor of. So, as well as your own. And then listening to Tim Ratledge, who I just met, Tina, who I adore, Kim, who I have admiration for yet haven't worked with, but have listened to, Jim Frank, who is dyed in the wool, wonderful friend of mine, who I adore, Tim, who is so kind and kind to me. Just listening to all of this, I'm like, I gotta do something. So
he sent me
what
a
I would
sneaky
like
little message saying, "Hey,
yes, I got something." So I'm just gonna follow Tina's lead and set it out there for anyone who would like to register on for dialect coaching. I actually coach beyond dialects, but dialect coaching is generally what I'm thought of. Anybody who wants to sign up for dialect coaching through me between now and let's say the end of October, so you have 2 months to act upon it. No matter what you sign up for, be it 1 session or 10 sessions, I will take 10% off, and I will match the 10% and send it to Bobby as Tina did.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. That's very, very kind.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
So,
Tom, do we have a link we can send people?
Yeah. So they could go to 1 moment. I would say go to tomantonellisvo.com/contact, and I will put that in the chat.
Okay, I'll let you put it.
And all you got to do is just say you were in this. You heard about the ad here, or you heard about the offer here.
Sorry, I just snuck Tim Tippett's back up on stage because he sent me a sneaky message that he has something to say about you, Tom.
Oh,
Tom, you lovely human being.
yeah. You too, man. You too. You are.
Thanks, man. Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much. I just wanted to say that, okay, I'm going to try to not choke up myself here. Give me a second. Oh, you guys are killing me. Okay. So Tom one night was part of this thing where, Tom, you guys raised $3,000 for me in this one Zoom meet while I was down and out. And Tom was in on that, and he was pushing it out everywhere. And to get up that morning, make that happen, and Jamie, to join Tom on Club Deck, Tom, on a personal level, you're a lovely, lovely human being, and you really are. I can't wait to meet you in person. And Dan, I'm sorry for missing the Dallas event. Just wanted to say,
ditto, brother. Thank
you. I just wanted to say, Tom, I've been on his clubhouse meeting. I was there a couple of weeks ago, maybe a week and like that. And guys, I don't do accents. Okay, I do and play around. But what I learned in that one session with Tom, I was my ancestry in my voice. 45 minutes, maybe an hour, I was able to recognize in my voice Celtic background, my English background, my Dutch background. It all just came home to me session. And I'm already fairly good at being able to manipulate my voice into sounding fairly English, fairly German, whatever. But I got to tell you, a half an hour after being in that session, I went away and practiced for about an hour or so. And I started recording myself, and I couldn't believe how good I sound just from that one session. Stuff I was able to bring into it. He taught me. And so he's a wonderful human being, okay? But as a coach, as a dialect guy, I just don't know anyone who could touch him. And I come in here, and I wanted to say that real quick. So if he's offering something, I would like to encourage everyone, grab it right now. I'm out. Thank you, Tim.
Thank you, Tim.
Thank you.
Wow.
It's just one big love fest.
It's a love fest. That's exactly.
That was a seal of approval if I've ever heard one before. I love it.
Tremendous. I got wicked goosebumps all over on so many fronts. And I want to make sure that somebody, because when you're hosting your own room, you don't self-aggrandize at the wrap-up of the room. I want to make sure that somebody says to the two of you just how incredible it is that you've gathered people in this way, that you've reached out in this way and inspired people. I know that you've said numerous times, Emma, when you hear that somebody needs it, it's no question. But you still have to organize to a certain extent, the way Jim did on his website and the way you have here in this meeting. So thank you on behalf of everybody who wants to help for facilitating helping, which is its own major help.
Thank you. Now we're going to get all gooey-eyed.
Yeah. To harken back to what we said, we kind of jokingly about how things happened organically and things started to move and flow and a little nudge here, a little nudge there. This thing really took on its own gravity. I think, like Emma, this couldn't have happened without all of you coming together and being part of it. And we're truly grateful, and just to be able to do something. We've got to do something. So thank you for that kind mention, Tom, and thank you again to everyone for being part of our gravity and our good vibes going out and our good energy going out. The feels. Got the feels, Em?
Absolutely. So many feels. This is wonderful. I mean, we go on about it all the time, how great this community is. And this is one of those shining moments where it's and like getting, it's wild. It is wild. I've been an actor my entire life. I've been on the boards. I've been on the screen. I've done all of the things. And I've been a voice actor for a while now, over 10 years. And I've just never experienced this side of the entertainment industry in this way. And you're all such a huge part of it. And it's just, let's just keep doing it. Let's keep being this way. Let's keep being inclusive. Let's keep being welcoming. Let's keep being helpful. Let's just, be the unicorns that we are and keep it going.
Yep. Yep. And talking about keeping it going. So I want to, this is sort of the technical reminders of everything that's going on. So this has been a wonderful show where we've had a lot of very generous friends, and we'll say friends for sure, who are coaches and leaders in our industry and in our community who have stepped forward and made very generous offers that are going to help support Bobby. And so we want to kind of keep this going. So the reminder to you all, whether you're listening live now or you're catching this on a replay, because you can catch the replays. And so that's the part where I want to encourage everyone who is here live tonight. to, if you have a friend, a voiceover colleague, whatever, family member who did not hear the show and you think that this would be a good fit for them, please send them the link to the replay so that they can listen. These offers are going to go on for a little while. So in the chat, we posted many links to the various offers that were made. At the top of the page, you still have the link for the Spot Fund, which is kind of like a GoFundMe, but it's just another provider that does it. We've said it before, anything helps, anything helps, anything helps. And, I was listening to Tom and then to Tim's testimonial right after that, and looking back at the others, and I think, okay, well, we've got dialect coaching, we've got animation coaching, we've got commercial coaching, we've got tech coaching. This is pretty much like almost a university year's worth of coaching. It really is. You could put together for like you if you're investing in your business. I'm not saying to go out and get every single one. Well, maybe you could, if you can afford it. Why not? But there are learning opportunities for absolutely everyone, no matter whether you're day 1 to 30 of voiceover or 10 years in. There are opportunities in here for everyone to learn. So I encourage you to take advantage of these, because not only are you helping your own career, you're also helping one of our own who really needs some help right now.
Yep. This has been spectacular. So great. And I think we could waffle on for a while longer, but it is getting late. I will make sure when I post the replay link that I will post the links with that as well. So it's all kind of in one spot, so that you guys have access. You can just see it all in one place. Yeah. And we'll do that. Breathe in, breathe out. Yes, Dave, exactly. Just breathe. I'm like, I don't know how to do that. If I breathe, I will cry. So thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you to Tim Tippett, Tim Ratledge, Kim Herden, Tina Morosco, Tom Antonellis, to everybody, to Liz Atherton for putting this entire thing together. Just huge thank you.
Yes. Thank you all so much. And all of our loyal listeners and followers who support the Voiceover Round Table week after week. We can't do this without you. And we know that you are going to be part of the machine that gains momentum. This thing is going to gain momentum because of the efforts of the people who joined us tonight, outside of the round table as well. There are others, doing what they need to do to help Bobby out. We thank you so much for being with us and being part of this tonight. Yeah. Emma, there's a new season. I'm like, what do I do? What's going on next week? Hi.
Next week, we are going back into our kind of regular scheduled programming, and we have on the stage with us next week Tom Deere. Tom Deere is a fantastic business coach. He is a voice talent, and he is going to come and share with us so many things. And I'm really excited. He's so sweet. I saw him at the One Voice conference, and I'd never met him in person. And this guy just kind of appeared beside me with a camera, and he's like, "Hey, Emma, we need to take a selfie for the show." And I was like, "Who, that, what?" And he's like, "Tom." I was like, "Oh my God." Yes, let's take a selfie for the show. Okay, cool. So I'm really looking forward to that. We have a crazy Q4 scheduled for you guys. Mm-hmm. So excited to bring everybody that we have scheduled on stage. It's going to be pretty amazing. So stay tuned.
Mm-hmm. So we hope you'll join us Tuesday evenings, 7:30 p.m., 4:30 Pacific. 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 p.m. Pacific, here on Clubhouse, and then catch the replays. And as we progress, we'll probably try and offer a way for you to get it somewhere else as well. But this is the Voiceover Roundtable. Thank you so much for being with us. We'll hear you then.
Thank you.